I'm human. We all are. But how do we keep that balance? How do we keep that balance? Is by truly being in our authentic self and knowing that we are doing the right thing and knowing that we actually are truly blessed and we are worthy of it.
Don't need you. Tell me what I can and can't do. I'm in charge of what I feel. It's just a game I play for fun, but I already.
Hi, my name is Amie. Like, comment, and subscribe to Lux Media Studios. They are awesome. Hi, everyone. Welcome. My name is Amie to Loving Your Life, Be Authentically You. If you loved that music that was at the beginning of the vodcast, you will love my daughter, True Eastina, Trueistina. She has an album that's out already and some music videos on YouTube. Go follow her, go check her out. And she's got some new music that is going to be coming up that I'm super excited about. So go check her out and let me know what you think. We'd love to hear. So today on our podcast, we are going to talk about the keys to happiness. Wow, is that a big one? Like, how do we truly, truly get happy? How do we honestly get through all of the muck of the world? How do we see things through a different perspective, a different light, a different meaning? Whether it's a divorce and you were married, you got a divorce, even a relationship, a job that you lost. How do we get through these things? Or even things that we're not sure what to do. And we're like, where do we go? How do we do this? What can we do? I think it's so key to how do we navigate that in the easiest way possible so that we can keep in alignment with ourselves. Because a lot of time that stuff will start taking us down. We're all human. We're all imperfectly perfect. And so in all of that, we can start losing who we truly are. So I'm going to tell you a little story because, I love to tell my little stories. And if this resonates with you, please let me know. Drop down below. I'd love to hear if this does resonate with you. So when I was younger, I would always sing. I would go to church, I would sing, and I was made fun of. And I was told, you can't sing, you can't do this. I stopped singing for a couple of years. And then every time I would sing, I would think, oh my gosh, it's not good enough. Oh, I can't do this. And all of this chitter chatter was in my head. And I love to sing though. That was like my passion. I love to sing, but it just wasn't, I don't know, people just made fun of me, right? And I know that probably if you really think back, you probably had some bullying or something had happened in the past where you're like, oh my gosh, this totally changed my whole life. And it would look like a very bad situation at the time. But what we're going to do is we're going to take this bad situation and we're going to turn it into a good situation. So basically from all of that, I thought, well, I started thinking I can't do it. I can't do it. And then I decided I went to University of Miami in Florida for my master's degree. And in there, I found an amazing vocal coach who changed the whole trajectory of my life, helped me to sing beautifully, made it easy, and I kept going. And then all of a sudden, my mom's like, hey, why don't you teach voice and piano? And I'm like, I don't know about that. Well, I decided, all right, I will do that. And then I started teaching. And then I realized I love this and it was amazing. If I would have let that one moment take me down, I would have never been able to do what I've done. And these little moments that we think are like a block in the road, right? It can be God's protection, right? Rejection is God's protection. And those things had to happen to me. Now you can take it one way or another. You could take this like, okay, I'm done. That's it. Or you can take it and go, wait a minute. I'm going to reroute this and change this and make it work for me. There's two different ways of really dealing with something like that. And when you do it in the way that you're redirecting yourself, then you can see the glimmer and the light in what had happened. And you see that, and then you start enjoying it and see the joy in your life and the happiness. So if you look at these little things, I think this is even with bullying. We look at bullying and we're like, oh, we were bullied. And now, these things come back to our heads. But what if we look like, okay, this was just a moment in our lives. It was an event. It was awful, yes. But what did I learn from it? How did I grow from it? And who did this make me? Because bullying can actually be something, yes, it's an awful time at the time. I know it is. But what can it do for you in the long run, right? When we look back, we go, oh, wow, that made me the woman I am today, or the man I am today, or the strong person I am today, or having tenacious or being compassionate and loving to other people? What was that one thing how did that change in your life? That is the key. There is a key to that. So when you find your key, you unlock that key and you can become authentically yourself through that by not letting those things completely take you away from who you were truly meant to be. I think that is the true key to happiness. Happiness is not something where you're like, okay, yay. It is a lot of how we feel within ourselves in what we've learned through our past experiences, how we've grown, how we've now maybe set boundaries for ourselves, how we've changed. I'm going to tell you something else. This recently just happened. So as I have a gentleman here who is my videographer from my wedding back over, 20 years now. And his wife is here too, and they're visiting. And we decided to watch the old wedding video. I'm divorced, okay? But watching that gave me a whole new perspective on my life and where I was at that time in my life. In that time in my life, that's where I needed to be. I learned from it. I grew from it. I saw things that maybe I never even saw before. Yes, it was very emotional. Don't get me wrong. But I learned from it and I thought, okay, now I know where I need to go, what I need to do, and who I am, and how much I have grown from that one event, from that one incident. And so if we really look at the things that define us and we don't look at them as hindrances, then we can get through them and look at them as this is the event that happened. And now where is it taking me? What is it? Your world is an oyster. It is an oyster filled with whatever you want it to be. I have been with my daughter in the NAMM convention, which is like a music convention. We've been to these Grand Prix Grammy parties. It is honestly what you envision your life to be. Where do you want it to go? You know, I'm so grateful I have this vodcast. I am so blessed. And I look at this as I'm so grateful for every little thing in my life. And you have the opportunity to change whatever you want. Is it easy? Sometimes no. Is it confusing? Absolutely, it can be. But when you really look at it and go, where do I want my life to be? And you can start going, this is it. I'm going to do this. I'm going to step authentically into myself, into my true happiness, right? The true happiness. Another thing quickly, if you want help with that, please DM me and I will help you with that about your true happiness, how to come through that. How can you really change the mentality that you can actually really experience true happiness? Again, it's not woohoo, but it's more about internally your peace and your true happiness, the key to happiness. So what can we do? There was something that Joseph McClendon said, which I really, really loved. He actually said that if you're sitting around and you're feeling kind of, look up, smile, and laugh. And when you do that, you start feeling better. Your depression, your sadness will start feeling better. And he told us, Joseph McClendon III works with Tony Robbins, and he told us that when you do this, be doing this actually before you feel sad, it will automatically trigger you to feel better. And when you feel better, also just think about that and go, this is what I want to feel. This is how I want to live my life, rather than feeling like, oh, right? So you get up, you stand up, you look up, you smile, and you just laugh. You just laugh. Give yourself a laughter. Laughter is the best medicine, truly. It is.
Believing Before Seeing, a new bestseller by Candace Barr. Order your copy today.
And always, it's true, right? That what we think about, then we can actually become. We will feel. We think, we feel, and then we do that, and then we have what we have. So remember that what you really think about is key. So are you going to think about all of the past, all of that guck, all of the time when they said you can't sing or you can't do this, or, oh, you got a divorce, or you did this wrong, or you did that wrong? Are you going to think about all that? Or are you just going to go, no, I'm going to think of the positive? Because the more that you think about, the more you're going to feel it. And when you feel it, then you just do what you want to do because you're feeling in that alignment. And that's when the miraculous things start happening. That's when people start coming to you and all this incredible stuff starts happening. And you're like, what just happened? And then and you'll start feeling that more. I feel so blessed, even through my stage 4 cancer. Why? Because I am alive, because I'm here, because I'm speaking to you right now, because my eyes are open. What are you truly grateful for? What is it that you're truly grateful for? Look at that and write it down. Write down what you're truly grateful for, or think about it every day. We're right now in this drain that, and I'm absolutely praying for all of the people that have been affected by this flood in California, because we've really been having a downpour. And I have been but thinking about it too, we needed the rain, right? We needed the rain. So I'm praying for all these people, but also looking at the blessings as well. So you just got to remember that. You've got to remember that there's always a blessing in disguise. We had a tornado back at my hometown in Illinois, and it was devastating. And my daughter and I wrote a song for it and everything, and it was devastating. But what ended up happening at the end of it was everybody in our community got together and shared a love. We shared a love. From that event, this happened, right? And the event, I'm not saying it was great. No, I'm not saying that. Compassion, empathy, love, everything. But we just have to look at this event and what can happen from it. Forgiveness. If it's a really bad event, forgiveness, right? If it's something else, we look like, and we're stronger now. We can make it through. So those are things that I really want you to think about. What is your key to happiness? What is your key? A lot of people ask me, hey, how do you stay this way, right? How do you really stay this way? And there are things that hit me. Don't get me wrong. There's things of conversations and all this stuff and careers and all this kind of stuff happening, right? I mean, it is, I'm normal, right? I'm human. We all are. But how do we keep that balance? How do we keep that balance is by truly being in our authentic self and knowing that we are doing the right thing, and knowing that we have the gift we actually are truly blessed, and we are worthy of it. We're worthy of it, right? I just listened to Jamie Carmlina at a Brandon Bouchard event, and it was really, really cool because she was talking about being self-worthy and self-confidence, and her book is called Worthy. And she was really talking about that. And I thought that was really interesting. Self-confidence is about the external world, and worthiness is about the internal world, and feeling worthy that we can be happy, right? And that we're the same as everybody else. And we are in this world together. Nobody's better than anybody else. We're all in this together. Doesn't matter how many followers you have. Doesn't matter what you've done in your life. It doesn't matter anything. Why? Because you were created beautifully. And there is only one of you. There is only one fingerprint. There is only one of you. I found out there was only one of your irises in your eyes, like all of that. And that is the key, actually, to really loving your life, and also to be in alignment with who you are. So when you think about maybe you didn't do something, or you were scared to do something, or there was fear, right? Then you're like, oh, it's about feeling inside if you're worthy. And when you finally feel that worthiness, then you're going to start feeling in that alignment. And it's not an easy task. It does take practice. It does take time. It does all of that. But when you really look at who you were made to be and destined to be, then it really can hit you. And sometimes it takes a catastrophe or something awful to happen to finally go, wait, I am done with this, and I'm going to be me, whether somebody likes it or not, whether these people are in my life or not. Because why? Because I'm in my true alignment and true identity, and where I've been called to go in my destiny, in my soul's purpose, in my passion. That is the key. That's the key to happiness. It's basic, but sometimes our lives take us back and forth, just like the rain, just like the tornado. Our lives are like this, and we're spinning, and we're like, what? But if we can really focus on that, I will tell you, my friends, if you really do that, you will see happiness. You will. You'll be in Candyland land. Candyland land. You will be. You'll be there and you'll be like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. And you just really love your life. And you're like, you're driving and you're like, oh, hey, there's somebody there. And you're smiling at them. And you're walking and you're like, la da 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 da. You're singing, you're dancing. And and it doesn't matter because you're being you. You're being you. And whether you are an introvert, an extrovert, it doesn't matter. It's being true to you is what is the key to your true happiness. A smile is a curve that sets everything straight. There you go, right? A smile is a curve that sets everything straight. So you are absolutely, when you smile, smile though your heart is aching, smile even though it's breaking, right? You just smile. And when you smile, everybody else will smile around you. You will radiate that joy, that positivity, because you're feeling it inside of you, your true happiness. So I really wanted to share that with you today. I hope that this really resonated with you and that you share down below what truly makes you happy. What is it? What really makes you happy? And we're going to go to more concrete ways of really achieving that, because I think that's the key to really doing it. There's a lot of different ways that you can achieve that happiness. But the thing is, look at what's happened, take those and go, okay, these are events. These are things. What did I learn from it? How did I grow from it? Who am I now? Oh my goodness. And when you look at those things and you're like, thank you for that. Thank you for this. And you see your strength as a man, as a woman, as who you are, as who you've been designed to be. That's the key. That's the true key to happiness. So please post down below if you have any questions or any comments or anything. I would love to hear from you. And if you want to reach out to me, DM me. You can DM me on Loving Your Life Be Authentically You on Instagram, on YouTube, anywhere. And I would love to talk to you. I really hope that you have a beautiful, beautiful, blessed day. A happy Valentine's, because Valentine's Day is coming up. You have a happy Valentine's Day. All my love. And again, praying for everybody that has been affected. And I really will see you. I really hope that I will see you next week on Loving Your Life Be Authentically You, where we will talk more about happiness and we might have someone on. Who knows? All right. Have a great day, guys. Bye.
Don't need you. Tell me what I can and can't do. I'm in charge of what I feel. It's just a game I play for